Welcome again for another Walking in Germany video. Today I'm walking past a really big fat fence. Behind this fence they're building up the Oktoberfest. Because no, it's not a permanent installation, it's not always there, luckily. This is what it actually looks like in July. So you can see the ribs of them standing already. You can see, oh, there's a security and a Segway coming. I think it wasn't bad enough to be a security here. He also has to drive a freaking Segway. Not sure if the Human Rights Council actually considers it okay. So what I'm doing with you now is I'm just walking around the Oktoberfest place with you, because I've been asked by many people to show that. So that's what we're going to do now. I think our travel is going to be approximately 20-25 minutes. So in the back you see the church, you see it, my very first video, lit by daylight. And yeah, this is that. So it's quite impressive to actually look inside one of these when you have the right perspective. And the lighting poles behind me are already up. They are not there for all the year long, so they're just half the height during all the year. And they just double it up for Oktoberfest, which is, by the way, not in October. No, indeed. Oktoberfest is something that just ends in October. It starts in September. Sounds logic if you realize it's always going to take 2 weeks. It's about approximately between 5 and 6 million people around here. So now for the sad story why I'm telling this, because I'm living around here. I'm really just living around here, and I'm going to show you the direction I'm actually going. So I'm taking you on a detour tour for me. So yes, usually it's greenish around here, except for the parts of the streets. Usually it's supposed to be even more greenish. We're going to do something about that. We just said a few days ago, because all the grass and the nice things growing there that are just normal for a lawn, with, I'd say, other plants growing there, are being reduced, because we always have some kind of event around here, and they're even thinking about doing another event. So just to give you a glimpse of how spent this place is, we start off in January, where there's a festival right where I'm walking now. It's called Tollwood, and Tollwood actually is some kind of, I'd say, prolonged Christmas market. Unusual Christmas market though. Yes, and after Tollwood they are actually going to build it down. They have, I think, 10 smaller venues at Tollwood, and they're building that down. So in February there are the most beautiful days around here, because it's going to be snow, and I'm going to be getting up early to teach, and I'm going to be the first person to actually step down on this huge place that is perfectly empty right downtown. So this is that, and that's February. And in April we have, like, I keep saying it's a smaller extension of the Oktoberfest called Frühlingsfest, Springfest, not to be confused with Spring Break. But interestingly, a lot of, let's just be honest, American tourists that are around here confuse it with Oktoberfest. So no, if it's in spring, it's not Oktoberfest. It is another festival where they drink beer, something they do everywhere around here. They always drink beer, no matter what it is. And yeah, So, and oh, you can already see the parts and bits and pieces they're putting inside the tents. That's gonna be, it looks like a house to many people, but it's only a tent. It doesn't have the fixed roofed thing. So yes, in April we have the Frühlingsfest. This is going to stay for 2 weeks. During Frühlingsfest we have the biggest flea market of all Europe on the same space. So the part I'm going to go to now, as I'm, oh yeah, by the way, that's the mid-range thing here. That's Bavaria back there. Oop. She's the local patron. I need to use the wireless headphones next time. So, oh, that's the frames on the floor. Just to give you a little angle to realize what it is. So yes, in April or May, depending on the date, it's a bit fluent, like with the moon, like with the Easter. We have Frühlingsfest and the biggest flea market of Europe for 1 day. Flea market is just here for 1 day. Some years ago, we also had a very big auto show. The day after the flea market was gone. It's quite interesting to see a shitload of DeLoreans, really. And yes, giving you a bit more angle so you see stuff. Isn't it nice? Yes, it is. Right after Frühlingsfest we have some kind of a sales show for food, which is weird if you ask me, because you can buy food anywhere around here, but there's one very big company doing kind of a food sales show for a weekend. They're building up tents and entertainment stuff for kids for like, I think, a week, and then they're building it down again because it has to be empty, which is nice because after that we're going to have a tight kind of a break up till mid-July where we are now. So in that phase between the sales show and the build-up of the fence for the Oktoberfest, it's really nice. So it's quite good that we are at that point at the moment, because this is a truck and car parking if it's not used for anything interesting. You even see some flowers, some clover and stuff, and of course some dirt in the middle, as everywhere where humans are, it seems. So yes, I'm going to take you to the longer route, because all around Theresienwiese, where we are, we have a stripe of very nice trees shading us. That's the place where I'm going for a jog usually. Let's just say when I have the time or find the interest in doing that. So now here it's open space. So now it's bright and sunny, and yes, it is freaking warm. We're not used to having 30 degrees around here. Oh, all right, it's not true. We're used to having it, but not for a long time, just like for a handful of days, usually. So now I'm just crossing into the path with the nice trees. So, trees behind me, and trees in front of me. Looks neat, doesn't it? Yeah, I just thought it would be nice for you to know that there's those trees around, and they are not inside the Oktoberfest festival zone, I'd say. There's no festival pass you buy, it's just an open space at the moment. We've been thinking about if, since they're making a fence around it, if they are not actually asking for entrance fees soon. So yes, would be weird for the people living around here, I think. So that's it. Yes. Oh, you're ready to see one of the towers. They're building up 2 of these towers. One with the beer mug on it and one with the lion on it. No, not a real lion, just I'd say a puppet. made of fiberglass. It's nice in the shadows, really. Just different quality of life in here than outside on the field. So yes, that's the part of Oktoberfest. You're most unlikely to see your view because what you see now is the boards for the old Oktoberfest. Interestingly, Oktoberfest is a traditional thing. It's been done first of all for a marriage. And no, it's not the fat lady up there, that's just a statue. She's called Bavaria and she's got nothing to do with the marriage. She was erected not for that marriage, but later on. To remember it, rather to commemorate it, but we don't put it on coins, we put it up in the air, it seems. She's about the same age as Miss Liberty in New York, by the way. So, since I'm going to be walking around here, I'll show you where the noise is coming from. It's a quite massive street next to it. And now I'm just going to cross into some path that's not carved in stone here, but into the grass. It's illegal, to be honest. It's just not that illegal. So yes, back to tradition stuff. Since the Oktoberfest now is a very, I'd say, commercial thing going on with a merry-go-round and Ferris wheels and whatever you can imagine. There's also a newer region. It might sound weird now, but it's the latest installment up here. And they rebuilt parts of the very old, the very traditional parts of Oktoberfest. So we have Oktoberfest, which is the commercial things where people get drunk so they throw up. And we have the lesser commercial, traditional Oktoberfest. Weird enough, for the traditional Oktoberfest, which is fenced up again within Oktoberfest, you have to pay entrance fee. I think it's €3, or it's been €3. I think it's going to be €4 this year because they'll keep raising it. And as soon as you enter, as soon as you paid and you enter, you're allowed into, I think it's 3 or 4 beer tents with way more traditional food. There's even a vegan tent, which is not traditional, by the way, just new. And yes, I like it a bit better because there's less tourists. And I hope you don't ever go inside if you're a tourist, because you wouldn't understand anything. Nothing is in English, it's all German. And partly it's also in Bavarian German, which is another dialect that even seems to challenge Germans from further up north. So yeah, not the best place to go if you're a tourist. Oh, here's the fence again. Yeah. Isn't that something nice? But we can see the build-up of the first tent in the old Oktoberfest. So they are newer tents. They're made of, I think it's aluminium and not of wood, as they are expected to be. It has to do with the building costs, I heard, but I can't really make you sure of that. So now I'm walking towards Bavaria, since I've been talking so much about her. And oh yeah, that's the nice looks you get all the time, everywhere, for the next month or so. Because in August they're going to be, so at first they're going to put up the frames, then they're going to put in floors, which is hilariously loud. Then they're going to put up the walls, part of the walls, not all the walls. 1 to 2 walls stay open. In August they got to put in the decoration, because they actually have a shitload of decorations, and they bring it in with, let's just say, lots of people and lots of technical choices. And yes, roughly a month later they're going to be done fixing that, fixing the last walls. Then there's going to be September where they're supposed to be done, but they're not. Then they're just finishing the kitchens, because there's a kitchen in every tent, because you can eat, you can drink anywhere. And yes, some people say it's impressive what they build up every year. I think that too, but it actually robs us of the opportunity to go around our place of recreation, because this huge space here, Theresienwiese, was actually given to the people of Munich as a present, or rather to the city, and the city is just making money of it. It's nice. But yes, I hope we'll make it to actually get them to plant a bit more grass after they've used it. So, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but actually it's getting more interest. Oh, that's, by the way, that's the tent that actually Justin Bieber was in, if you care. Käfer, meaning bug. That's the name, yeah. So, there's another one. It was the first one built up 2 weeks ago. They're a tad slow, I think. And now, for the impressive part. Behind me, there she is. Yeah. I'm not going to go up next to her stage, because there's always people sitting there, and it's weird enough for me to talk to a phone all day, or at least for 20 minutes. So what I'm doing now, I'm going up a slight hill, I'd say. And this hill is going to elevate us above Oktoberfest. So, whoop, we're on the first stage. First floors here. So now Oktoberfest is going to vanish behind greenery for some time. It was going to be shimmering through at some points. But still, it's all fenced up. And these fences are fixed, so you can't really just open them up or move them in the wrong direction. It's just not an option. Oh, since we're up here, we can see Bavaria back there again. And behind Bavaria, there's a very nice park. A small but very nice park. I really, really like that. Unfortunately, there's the road next to it. So you always have sounds. All right. So, if you've seen my first video of going home, you know the aliens, the tank breakers, they actually just put up so nobody's entering without permission. Oh, we have a nice peak here. You see, there's really people working there. Some joggers coming past me. They look very happy. What's wrong with them? Well, oh yeah, and if you ever walk around here, you're going to realize there's always going to be some black cable around. This black cable has a very special thing to do. Not sure if we can spot one now, but the trees above me are used as a lighting and camera rig. So there's some trees where cameras are mounted during Oktoberfest, and some where electricity is actually pouring out light. It's nice to be in the shade, really. So, what we are up now is called Theresienhöhe, which means height of Theresie, which is a name. And we're going to get a very funny shot down to the police station, because we have a police station down there that actually looks like a rusty container, but a giant one. And it's there permanent, so that's one exception they made. We're going to see if we can see it. I have doubts. So, walking through a bunch of aliens. Ah, yeah. This here means only entering for disclosed personnel. And down there it is. The police station. Yes. Just showing that we do have stuff like that. Oh, and that's a nice shot too. Watch out, watch out, watch out. People seem to be very happy to be working here. It's tough physical work to put up all the tents. So, there's a cleaning machine coming up to me, so we might lose sound. So, lovely noises, huh? And they're done cleaning. That's what they're really, really good at up here. They clean up anything. I'm not sure if you can actually see that. It's one of the tents, and that's the sides of them still down. I think by the end of tonight they're going to be mounted. It's going to be it. So they can start with the floors. Yes, and everywhere around Oktoberfest, when we are slightly elevated as I am now, you have those little ways and those little park-like things going down. Oh, that's one. There's some pipes. I'm going to show you. Because many people keep asking me, how do they get all that beer in there? Well, piping is the answer. Take a look at that. You see that down there? Looks a bit like shithole. Canalization. It's not all of it. The red one is actually for the waste water, as we call it, and the copper looking ones, or more silverish looking ones, they are for beer. So yes, and since I'm almost home, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this nice place in this video. Oh, there's the containers they need for all the decoration and stuff. Yeah, so that's what it actually looks like during daytimes in Munich around the Oktoberfest site called Theresienwiese. So, all I have to do is cross the street and be at home. So whenever you're here and cheering loud, I can hear it in my bathroom. Isn't that nice? The answer is, by the way, no. So, again, a traffic light with a clicker. You might have seen that in my previous videos. There, that's the clicker. Click it, you press it. A few seconds, it realizes, oh, there's a human. We need to standing in the shadow of the traffic light. Funny thing. So yes, the clicker actually realizes when there's a human to make actually the lights turn green. One day. Yeah, there, by the way. And opposite of me, of course. Another set of them. Here we are. So, that's it for today. Thank you for watching around Oktoberfest building site. And I hope to see you soon on this channel. If you have interesting remarks, write me a comment. If you have questions, do that too. If you would like to chat with me, try it on Twitter. You're going to find all my details below. Alright, so yeah, that's the next thing. It's driving me crazy. a building site. Yeah, lovely. Oh, postal office. No, not me. They don't deliver packages up there where I live. So long.